listing on my profile on my Switch. I've been playing Splatoon 2 for about, I can't remember the last time I looked. It said 65 hours maybe. I have been playing a lot, but I also let the game just sit there and run sometimes while I'm doing other things. But I am fully addicted to the game. I can't stop playing. I am a lover of ranked modes. I do enjoy Turf War, but I probably spend 70% of my time in ranked modes, and then 20% of my time in Salmon Run, and then the last 10% between single player and Turf War. Of course, I'm going to play a ton of Turf War during Splatfest. Team Mayo. Represent. My favorite ranked mode is Tower Control. I think it is a fine example of a ranked mode game. It's just a controlled enough environment. The fact that the tower only has one set path, but it's also open enough in that the entire map can be a skirmish can appear on any portion of the map that can directly or indirectly impact the progress of the tower. That I think it's a very fair and oftentimes very chaotic but still competitive and making sense type of challenge. I think I may be at B plus in that, and that might be my max. I think my skill might be hitting a ceiling. Maybe with time I'll get to A minus, but I'm feeling pretty comfortable with the competition. It's was the first game, Splatoon 2 was the first game that ever made me subscribe to Reddit. I'm now a little bit active in the Splatoon 2 Reddit subreddit. It's just some decent, normal conversation and some funny memes about Splatoon 2. I've learned a few helpful things I couldn't find answers to anywhere else. So when that happened, I felt like I'd give back to that community by getting involved a little. It's pretty easy. I'm also reading up on, there's some fan wiki, Splatoon 2 fan wiki, and I read up on all the abilities and stacking abilities and farming ability chunks on there. There's been some good YouTube videos on that as well, because I needed some of that clarified. Right now I'm gathering up all the ability chunks I need to build my dream set of equipment. Ink saver up. Swimming speed up. I have a few abilities chosen that I want to have 2 abilities for. Each of them, because if you stack more than 2, the return on investment begins to decline the more you stack. My dream gear is a pair of flip-flops, a tank top, and some sunglasses. I don't know if I can find all 3 of those with 3 ability slots. I might have to add ability slots to some simpler gear. But I did just find someone wearing a pair of flip-flops with 3 slots in Inkopolis Square. And I ordered it from merch, and he got it. He brought it the next day exactly the way I ordered it, which doesn't always happen, but it was pretty dope. So maybe I'll find the other. Well, I might use the gold aviators for the sunglasses, but I kind of like the neon plastic rimmed ones. We'll see. Weapons I use are the roller, just the regular roller. If I ever make it through single player, which I'm probably like halfway through right now, I'll use the Hero Replica roller. I do like some of the other rollers, but I love the sub-weapon and the special on the first roller. I also use the NES zapper thing, especially during tower control, because I like the sub and special on that one for tower control. The sticky bombs for tower control are critical for me. I get probably 90% of my splats from sticky bombs during tower control. And if I'm wearing gear that powers up the special, then that special is really helpful during tower control. My team can withstand attacks while we guard the tower much better if I hit my special. And if you have your special gauge ability, like the fill up the special gauge quicker ability, then you can feel it making a big difference. And then for the turf war and some other times, I use the Splash-O-Matic or Sploosh-O-Matic or whatever. But I really love the super, the splashdown super. Especially when you power it up and your blast radius gets bigger and taller. Really makes a difference. But I think Salmon Run is a riot. I always have a lot of fun there. Even when they give you weapons that some people consider are quote-unquote bad for Salmon Run. I just think of them as a challenge. You know, it's an extra challenge. And learning how to overcome that is great fun. You really gotta depend on your team sometimes. When it's high tide and you have a sniping weapon, there's not much you can do except depend on your team and help them out with bombs and specials. But yeah, the teamwork. And now that I'm up in the higher ranks on that, like Go-Getter and beyond, you see people understanding how team dynamics work better in that mode. And it feels really good. You get a lot of booyahs, a lot more communication, a lot more placing themselves in great places, focusing on the taking down the bosses. It's a lot of fun. A lot of also chaotic, but great fun when you achieve something that seems almost impossible. And of course, single player is fun, but multiplayer is just too much fun. The single player is inventive, but I just have way too much fun in multiplayer, so I hardly play single player. Some of you have friended me on Switch, which is great, and have invited me into rooms. And when I can, I always accept. Sometimes I haven't, and I'm sorry, there's no way to reply when you get a request in the Splatnet app. But when I can, I always accept invitation into rooms, so keep that coming. I love playing with people I know. recording this so I can, you guessed it, go play Splatoon.